Hello everyone, thanks for being here today. I'm Cai Jingyang from Group 3. In this presentation, we would like to talk about the Wellington beef. We divided our presentations into 4 parts, and I will start it with history, and my partner will talk about the ingredients, how to cook it, plate presentations, and where to eat. Yes, as with all European classics, the regions and the classics and the origins and the history of the Wellington beef has been mixed with Britain, France, and Iceland. Even Africa's are chosen to be the possible sources. And it is now accepted widely that the Wellington beef is likely to be a derivative of the traditional French dish, filet de bœuf coco. After the Napoleonic Wars in the 19th century, the Duke of the Wellington gains notoriety for defeating Napoleon. At the time, there was a Wellington boom in British folk, and even the dining world tried to name it after the classic, so the Wellington would last forever. Wellington beef, translated from traditional French cuisines, was born and spun a set of stories. For example, the chef of the Duke of Wellington created a dish to satisfy the beloved Duke. This dish looks like Wellington boots, and because the Duke of the Wellington liked to wrap beef in pee and get its name, and so on. Next, let's welcome Su Runbao to introduce the ingredients of the Wellington beef for us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Bao Shurun. Today I want to introduce what kind of ingredient we need to cook a beef Wellington. The main ingredients are filet steak, ham, and puff pastry. Since called beef Wellington, it must have beef. Here we need the best of the beef, filet steak. Filet steak, also known as tenderloin, is the most soft part among beef. It will melt in your mouth like butter. And each kettle can only cut down 5 pounds of tenderloin, so it's kind of expensive and rare. The second ingredient is ham. Different from filet steak, ham is common, so you can buy it at any convenience stores or market. But there are lots of types of ham. The best choice here is Parma ham. The next one is puff pastry. Puff pastry looks like a piece of cheese, but after baking, it will swell and become crispy like this. Okay, this page is the other ingredients we will need, like mushrooms, olive oil, yellow mustard, salt and black pepper, and egg yolk. Here we don't need egg white. After introducing the ingredients, I want to talk about how to cook beef Wellington, but only step 1. The first step is making creamy mushroom sauce. First, we dice the mushrooms and put them into high-speed blender Season them with salt and black pepper and crush them. Next, we stir fry these crushed mushrooms. Do not add any oil or butter in it, because this step is to take all the water out of mushrooms. So if we sniff the aroma of mushrooms, it means the water in it are all evaporate and our mushroom sauce is done. From the second step, I will leave it to my partner Huang Yuya.
My name is Huang Yuya. Now let's move on to the second step. Pick a fillet steak. Fillet steak is the leanest and the most expensive cut of the beef. It has very little muscle and really tender. We just have to use salt and pepper to season it. Then pour the olive oil on a very hot pan and put the beef on the pan. We are not cooking the beef but just searing it. This step is to give the beef another layer of flavor. Remember, it must be fried on all sides. When the whole steak has been seared on very beautiful color, carefully put the beef on the plate. Now, the steak still has a little bit of heat. Lightly brush the mustard over the beef, so when the beef starts to cool down, it absorbs all the heat from the mustard. Then place plastic wrap on the table. Take some slices of ham and overlap the ham on plastic wrap. Next step is to make sure the ham contains all those juices coming out from the beef. Next, gently put the mushrooms on the ham and then lay the beef on top. Carefully wrap the beef nice and gently so all the ham and mushrooms covers it. Then place the beef in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. Last but not least, put the puff pastry on the plastic wrap and put the beef on puff pastry. Roll the puff pastry over the beef and trim off any excess pastry. Then twist the ends together to make sure the beef is completely sealed in the pastry case. We have to put the beef in the refrigerator over a night to give it a better shape. Then brush the egg yolk over the beef and use back of the knife to decorate the pastry. Next, put the beef in an oven at 200 degrees and bake it for 35 minutes. After baking the beef, we have to let Wellington rest at least 10 minutes so the meat can relax and reabsorb the juices. Finally, we can cut the Wellington and enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Zhou Yanting. I think after we introduce the recipe of the beef Wellington, you must wanna taste it. The beef Wellington isn't common in everywhere because of its high quality and heaven taste. Some people may not have those ingredients or not have that much time to cook it by themselves. So, we collect some recommendations of restaurants where you can eat the beef Wellington. First, the former recommendations of restaurants come from Taiwan. First, IKEA, the worldwide restaurant with the beef Wellington. Second, Bel Air Restaurant. It is located in Taipei City. The next one is also in Taipei City. It is called Orchid restaurant. The last Taiwan restaurant we recommended is called Roast Restaurant. It is in Hsinchu. Here comes the later recommendations of restaurants around the world. First is Gordon Ramsay Steak, which is operated by Gordon, the famous chef. MasterChef is his well-known program, and he is also active in YouTube. The last restaurant recommended is called the Loyal Restaurant. It is in Paris and Hong Kong. The presentations of Group 3 is end. I hope that you can be knowing about this dish more. Are you expecting when you will go give it a try? I hope so. Thank you for your listening. Bye.